everybody, welcome back to Organized Joy. Today's episode is about shopping, one of my favorite things to do. I swear, if I had to start my life over again and pick a career, I think I would want to be a shopper for anything. I'll go do your grocery shopping, so I really don't mind. But today's episode is all about shopping and shopping tips so that you can stay within budget, not spend unnecessarily, not impulse buy, and just keep to what you need to get. So I'm in no way saying you should never impulse buy, because I do it all the time. Jessie, sorry for that licking noise. That is this little monster brain here. Hey, stop licking, boyki. So I actually just went onto Amazon and bought 3 things for my camera, which was a very impulse buy. So I'm in no way saying that we shouldn't do that. But there are times where you need to stick to a budget, or you just buy things that you don't really need. And hopefully some of my tips and tricks will help you. That's what today's episode is about. But before we start, if you have not hit subscribe, please hit subscribe now. And if at the end you think it was a worthwhile video, give me a thumbs up. The first tip is around impulse buying. And as I was saying to you just now, I know I can do this. But I heard this tip a while ago and I've been using it ever since, and it really has helped me. So I used to see something online or on TV or in a magazine, or I'd hear somebody talking about some new product they were using. I would go online, look for it, find it, buy it, done. Didn't even think twice. I was of the mindset, I need it, I have to have it, get it now. And when I came across this tip, I started doing it. And what it is you create a little folder in your bookmark section, so when you are searching online, and you call it your want list. When you find this thing that you are so desperate that you are convinced you need immediately, you bookmark it there and you go back every 2 weeks and see what's in there. And if you still really want that thing, then you buy it. But half the time I would go back and have a look at those stuff in there and think, oh no, I don't really need that. Like, I haven't even actually thought about it since I put it in here 2 weeks ago. Or you found a different thing that you actually think is a better option. Because if it is something you really want, you start to think about it and you'll research it in a much better way and find the right thing for you, often at a much better price. So as much as I said to you just now in the video, I had gone and bought 3 things for my camera. 2 of the 3 things were on that list, and they were actually from quite some time ago. And I really wanted one thing that I saw someone using in a YouTube video, so I went in to go find it and I bought the other 2 things. So it's very handy to do. So you pop it in there and you go back and you look. Once the thing has been in there for 2 weeks, or if it's been bookmarked for 2 weeks or longer, that's when you go and review if you want it again. It's very handy. The second tip is around paying attention when there's sales on. Now, I am not that person that will go into the shops when there's a sale on and sift through racks. I could think of absolutely nothing worse. Apart from the fact that I don't want to see the things I bought at normal price in the sale section, I just don't have the patience for that. I really don't enjoy it, because I find it a bit of might as well be in a fight club when there's some ladies in there with you. But I can't stand that. But nowadays, there are so many clever sales that pop up in your social feeds or online, so whether it's Black Friday deals, or if, for instance, with the Body Shop, I'll often see in one of my social feeds that they have a 2 for the price of 1, or buy 2 and you get a 3rd one free. And when there are things that I always buy, like at the Body Shop, I'm always buying their room sprays. I'll go and I'll get 3 and I pay for 2, and it makes sense. If there's a big online sale and I know that it's a certain cosmetic product that I always use, I'll buy a couple of them on the sale because I know I'll use them, and you just get them at better prices. So pay attention when there are sales on, because it can definitely come in handy. The next one is about comparing price tags. And again, I never ever used to do this. I wouldn't have even been able to tell you how much a 2-litre Coca-Cola is. I remember working on a brand and someone was talking about the price that they were putting onto a promotional poster, and I was like, I didn't even know that's how much a Coke cost. So I was very bad at it, but I have now, because things are just getting so expensive, I've got better at it. I know that if I'm at Pick n Pay versus Woolworths, like if there's a good deal on, and if there is a good deal on, I'll buy a few of them at that price. So it is good to keep some money in your budget aside for that sort of thing, because if it's like a toilet paper deal, those kind of things don't go off, and if you buy a couple of them, it makes it worthwhile in the long run. Then the next tip is to work out the best time for you to go shopping. I have 2 times that I generally go and do my weekly shops at Woolies. I either go on a Friday afternoon or I go on a Saturday afternoon. Friday, if it's Friday, I go on my way home from work. So it means that I've left work slightly earlier on a Friday, I pop in, it's generally a bit quieter then, and the shops have all been stocked up for the weekend, so everything's there, and I get all my stuff done, and I know I don't have to go out and do it on the weekend, especially if I have a busy weekend. Or I go on a Saturday afternoon. It's super quiet on a Saturday afternoon. I go at like 3:34, and it's great. I can take my time. I've eaten lunch, so I'm not hungry. I'm not going to buy weird things. And yeah, so it's really important to work out your best time to go shopping. Go when you're not going to be enticed to buy the wrong stuff, or when you're hungry, or when you're in a rush. Because when you're in a rush as well, you won't get everything you need, and you have to end up going back again, which is just a waste of time. Number 5 is to buy the house brands when it makes sense. Now, when it comes to toilet paper and roller towel, there's no difference really. Someone's taking the brand you usually buy and repackaging it, and it's slightly cheaper, so why not go that route? It just helps that budget when you need to buy something on an impulse. Then number 6 is around online shopping, and you must always check the delivery costs involved, because sometimes you don't and you end up paying a fortune. So the things to look for is some places allow you to collect, so you don't have to pay the delivery cost. So for instance, exclusive books, if I order a book online, you can collect it at their store, and then I don't pay for it. And Hyde Park's just around the corner from my work, so I can pop in and get it, or when I'm there doing another chore. Also, don't opt for the emergency, most expensive delivery when it's something you don't need tomorrow. Let it come in its normal time, and it'll cost you a lot less. And the last tip is when you are ordering and you see you're in your cart and you're 10 Rand short of getting free delivery, go and look on their site for things that you always buy, which you would maybe be buying that weekend in one of your regular shops, and buy it there so you can get a free delivery on the rest of the stuff. You would have bought that thing anyway. And then lastly, number 7 is I'm a big subscriber of loyalty programs, but only when they work for me. And so I don't have millions and millions and millions of loyalty cards. I have about 6 or 7, I think, but they all work for me, and I use them. So I use for instance, the Pick n Pay Smart Shopper. There's an app, all the discounts load onto my app, and I swipe my card and they're there. My Woolworths benefit with Vitality is fantastic. I get money back every month for eating healthy. Fanatics, you get money on your card for everything you buy there, and you get it back in discounts, as well as Body Shop. They're great. My school, my village, my planet, I've had that card forever, and all the proceeds or my swiping gives money to various animal shelters. So I know that something's going somewhere nice for them, and I love that. I also belong to the Dis-Chem one and the Garden Shop. So all things that I'm regular buyers of, and why not get some money back for it? I'm a firm believer in that. So where it makes sense, go and subscribe. I have linked all those loyalty clubs for you, or loyalty cards below for you. All of them are linked for you, so you can go and have a look if you don't belong to any of them. I have also linked below my episode that I did around buying for a month versus a week. And within that episode, there's a list that I've also linked below for you for shopping lists, so you can go and download that. watch that video and get that list if you haven't seen it already. It's how to shop properly, how to create a list that you never forget anything, and I've pretty much made shopping lists for you, and you can just edit them for your liking and based on the products you buy. And then if you've got a shopping tip for me and for all the viewers, please place it below in the comment section so we can all see it and try it out. And yeah, if this video was helpful, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't. Have a great day shopping.